So today's discussion is about, well, the investor jitters around the Musk-Trump feud and its impact on Tesla, right?
Yep, exactly. I'm intrigued by how this political spat is turning into a regulatory minefield for Tesla.
Yeah, it's like they've got these well-established government supports that are now under serious threat. Investors are really
Definitely.
worried that Tesla could face tougher regulations, like if they suddenly have to incorporate LiDAR sensors for their self-driving tech. They don't currently use them.
Right, and that could force a costly redesign or delay their product launch. It's almost like, having to repaint your whole house when you just wanted to change a light bulb.
Exactly. And on top of that, there's the risk that Tesla might lose billions in federal contracts and critical
Yeah,
subsidies.
absolutely.
That kind of government support has been a major driver of Tesla's growth.
Uh-huh. And like Trump's public threats to cut off these supports really spike the uncertainty, don't they?
For sure, investors see that as a potential financial calamity that could, derail Tesla's profitability and even its
Right.
future growth. It's like playing with fire, where every move could lead to a significant burn.
Now, another point that really catches my ear is the increased regulatory scrutiny. How exactly is that playing out here?
Well, the feud has fueled calls for audits and investigations into Tesla's operations and government practices. Investors worry that heightened scrutiny could lead to fines, operational hindrances, or even reputational damage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and that unpredictability in the regulatory environment really makes it hard for investors to foresee future risks and returns, right?
Absolutely. And there's a strategic importance to the regulatory comfort zone for Tesla. Their future, especially with their push towards self-driving tech and robotaxis, is really hinged on government approval.
Exactly.
Without supportive policies, their plans could stall, which would be a major setback.
That reminds me, a lot of folks are also worried about the leadership distraction. Do you feel like this feud is pulling Musk away from focusing on Tesla?
Yes, that's a valid concern. Investors fear that constant political drama might distract him from steering Tesla effectively.
Yeah, I get that.
Not to mention, the board had wanted him squarely focused on the company.
However, don't you think some might say this is overblown? I mean, wasn't Musk always known for dancing on the edge of controversy?
True, but while his style brings a lot of attention, it also creates, well, serious risks when it intersects with
Right, that makes
regulatory and
sense.
political environments. In an increasingly unpredictable policy landscape, that's a tough balance to strike.
And then there's the whole market sentiment issue. Investors are essentially reacting to not just the potential for stricter regulations, but also the volatility brought about by these public feuds.
Exactly, it's kind of a domino effect. Stricter regulations, loss of subsidies, increased scrutiny, and leadership uncertainty all feeding into market volatility. And that
Truly a cascade.
unpredictability is what really sets investors on edge.
It's like trying to predict the weather in a storm, you know? One minute it's sunny, the next it's chaos.
Precisely. And with the added layer of political posturing between Musk and Trump, every public statement becomes a potential catalyst for change in the regulatory framework.
Yeah, that's spot on. All told, it seems the stakes are incredibly high, not just for Tesla's future technology initiatives, but for its overall valuation in the market.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, the intertwined relationship between politics and business is shaping a very dynamic and uncertain future for Tesla.
Right, that's the
And
crux of it.
investors are keeping a very close eye on every twist and turn.